Comets get set to take on the Cardinals out of Mayfield. Coach Chris Guy and his Mayfield Cardinals at 3-2 on the year. They will go with Connor Guthrie wearing number 2, along with his twin brother, number 13, Carson Guthrie. Anton Lumpson, the senior, wearing number 5. Jordan Harrison, number 3. And Kent Matthews wearing number 23 in the backcourt. For Carlisle County, once again, a little different lineup tonight. Trey Wilson in the backcourt wearing number 1. Trevor Elder, number 10. Davin McGee and Reese Anderson, the 2 freshmen, getting the start tonight. And then the junior, number 15, Jacob Dewey's, getting the start in place of the injured Michael Thomason, who will be out tonight and at least tomorrow night for Carlisle County. He took a hard fall about the first 30 seconds of the game at Fulton City, right on the shoulder. Finished the game, played the rest of the way out, but definitely a little sore. Coach Brown will know a precaution there on him. Mayfield in the traveling red jerseys trimmed in black with white tennis shoes, black numerals on the jersey. Carlisle County in a home white, trimmed in maroon numerals, black tennis shoes. As it'll be Elder to jump it up against Lumpson. As Mr. Lewis Moffitt gets set to throw it up. Moffitt, Dowdy, and Adam Kendall, your 3 officials here tonight. Comments will move right to left on the radio dial as Mayfield controls the opening tip, and Guthrie will hand it off to Matthews. And Mayfield will get set to run that patented flex offense here as Lumpson has it out on the wing. They give it back out top to Guthrie. Fires a 3. No good. Rebound comes off to Dewey's. Dewey's up to Trevor Elder. Drives the baseline. Misses the shot. Got his own rebound. A rare offensive board for the Comets, but then they turn it over right to Guthrie. Guthrie going to run the floor off to Matthews on the left side. Matthews inside to Guthrie off the glass. No good. Partially blocked, and the Comets will get it back. So Trey Wilson across the timeline. No score here. Just underway. Comets and Mayfield on tap here. High school basketball on 95.9 WGKY. Davin McGee gets it out to Reese Anderson to the top of the key. Over to Wilson. Wilson gets into the lane. Running a left-hander won't go, but on the backside, Connor Guthrie going to get charged with the first foul of the ball game. And going to put Trey Wilson at the free throw line shooting 2. Almost a minute gone by and no score. Wilson at the free throw line. And those bucket baskets, as he can't make the first one, rattles out. Shooting close to 90% on the year before the last quarter at Fulton City. And, of course, then that shot there kind of cuts into that percentage as he knocks down the second one. Comets will retreat. No full court pressure as Matthews will go left side to Guthrie. Check that. That was Harrison over on the left side. Now back to Matthews. He'll come to Lumpson. May have got away with a walk.
Yeah, he did.
He'll go back to Matthews, just left of the lane. Matthews looking to drive on Trevor Elder, and they throw it away. Dewey's on the steal for Carlisle County. Davin McGee on the near side. McGee picks up his dribble. Gives it off to Elder. Elder will circle at the top of the key. Drive with the right hand. It's blocked away. Guthrie on the steal. Long outlet. Going to come up to Matthews off the glass. Won't go. Rebound comes off to Reese Anderson. He's going to push. 2-on-1 break for the Comets. Anderson over to Wilson. Up off the glass. Won't go. Rebound to Guthrie. Guthrie up to Lumpson on a run out. And Lumpson going to lay it up and in. A snowbird action by Mayfield. And they get the first field goal of the game. With 6:10 to play in the first quarter. 2-1. Mayfield on top. McGee out near the half-court line. Goes to Anderson on the right side. Step back 3. You betcha. Reese Anderson from downtown. Seen him gain a little confidence in the last couple of games. Puts Carlisle County back up 4-2. Matthews uses a high ball screen. Gives it off to Lumpson on the right side. Cuts back left to the floor. Stops middle and will look to take Dewey's on the dribble. Kicks it back to Matthews. Right wing 3. Good. You heard Coach Chris Guy say this was his best shooting ball club he's ever had. And Matthews knocks down the 3. Anderson. Back to Wilson, just left of the lane. Wilson calling for a ball screen up high. Elder comes out to give him one. Now Wilson will dribble away from it. Wilson still with the basketball, works right side, penetrates in, out to Anderson, right side another three. This one's partially blocked. Matthews comes up with a rebound. Mayfield's going to push up to Guthrie off the glass. Good. Connor Guthrie running the floor well. Mayfield does that well in transition. And back come the Comets. Davin McGee pull up three. Yes, sir. The two freshmen with back-to-back triples tie this game at 7 with 4:50 to go in the first. Matthews, top of the key. Pull up, 15-footer, and they almost throw it away. Guthrie goes back and gets it. Matthews to Guthrie, top of the key. Knocked down the triple. Connor Guthrie with his first three of the game. 10-7, Mayfield on top by 3. Trey Wilson in the lane, had it partially deflected. Elder will pick it up, 15-footer, won't go. Rebound comes off to Lumpson, and Mayfield's going to push. Outlet comes up to Connor Guthrie, off the glass, 2 more. Carlisle County wants a timeout, a quick 30-second with 4:13 to play. And then Mayfield's just beating them in transition.
That's all that's happening. I mean, they're outrunning them.
They're outrunning them. Running the floor well in transition, and you try to teach that. And Mayfield, you can take this game tape and show your teams a lot how well Mayfield runs the floor, looking for the outlet.
Getting some good passes up and down the floor also. You know, Carlisle County has attempted several two-point field goals down there already. They've already attempted 4 and have not connected on any of them, whereas Mayfield's attempted 5 and connected on 3 of them.
Well, 2 threes, one by Davin McGee and one by Reese Anderson, keeping the Comets closer, 12-7. Mayfield's already answered with 2 threes. Connor Guthrie with 7 points already. Kent Matthews also with the triple, and Tom Lumpson with the other basket. As Luke Keeling and Jacob Reddick check in the ball game. Deweys and Davin McGee check out. And Mayfield going to come with full court pressure as Reddick will inbound. Comets go length of the floor. Looks like it's going to be man-to-man pressure. Comets get it in. Look to just clear it out here if they can get it in. As it is stolen away by Connor Guthrie. He'll miss the putback. And here comes Trey Wilson on the rebound. Wilson back the other way. Kicks it over to Elder. Left corner 3 on the way. It won't go. Rebound comes off to Matthews. Matthews still with the dribble. Goes in on Elder. Kicks it back out to Harrison. And it's knocked out away. And it'll go back to Carlisle County. Elder did a good job to get back and set up to take the charge. Matthews had to throw that one back in the corner, and no one there really to get it. As Reese Anderson back the other way on the right wing. Come out to Reddick between the circles. Back to Anderson. 25 foot deep on the right side to Elder at the top of the key. Head fakes, dribbles in, loses it, out to Wilson. Wilson going to get into the lane. Triple team, back over to Elder. Baseline jumper's good by Trevor Elder from 15 on the right side. Makes it 12-9. Mayfield on top by 3. Wide open underneath. Carson Guthrie misses the layup. Mayfield once again with good vision of the court. Luke Keeling back the other way is fouled from behind. Reaching in is going to be Guthrie. Check that. It's going to be Lumpson. And it'll be Carlisle County ball underneath their own basket. They'll get McGee and Deweys back in. Anderson and Elder out. And Quinterius Cherry in the ball game for Mayfield tonight. McGee out top to Wilson. Back to McGee in the corner. Head fake. Thought about the 3. He'll come back out top to Wilson. He'll square up. Thought about the 3. Instead give it over to Reddick. Here's Deweys out deep on the right side. 3 minutes to go here first quarter. 12-9. Mayfield on top by 3. Keeling dribbles in between the defenders. Gives it back to Wilson. Now to Deweys in the corner. 3 on the way. Off the mark. Rebound comes off to Lumpson, and Mayfield's going to try to run it again. Quick pass up to Harrison, and we got a foul on the floor. Foul's going to go on Deweys. First foul on Carlisle County, 2:45 to play here in the first. It'll be Mayfield ball underneath their own basket. Out top, Matthews, top of the key, over to Lumpson on the right wing. Comets stay 2-3 here on the inbound. Matthews back to Lumpson, top of the key 3, and they've hit another one. They are shooting the lights out here early on. 15-9, Mayfield on top by 6.
Not the first Mayfield team we've seen do this.
Trey Wilson back the other way, misses the gimme layup, and the rebound comes off to Lumpson. Left side, Matthews, wide open 3, got it. Coach Chris Guy wasn't lying when he said this was a good shooting ball club. 18-9 now. Davin McGee back the other way. McGee circles back out top. Looking to hand it off, and it's going to go off of Trey Wilson out of bounds. Good job by Connor Guthrie on the defensive pressure. Is going to get Reese Anderson and Trevor Elder back in the ball game, as Wilson will check out and Keeling will check out. 18-9, still almost 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Matthews at half court brings it into Guthrie. Connor Guthrie with 7 already in the game, going to let a 3 go. It's in and out. Rebound comes off to Harrison. He'll put it back up and in. Jordan Harrison with the basket. Carlisle County with another 30-second timeout. 20-9, Mayfield on top.
We all enjoy being recognized for our finest achievements, whether it be as a member of a championship team, a tournament MVP, or Employee of the Month. When it comes to crowning life's champions, there's only one place to turn: Award Masters on South 6th Street in Mayfield. Award Masters custom builds all of their trophies in-house, and they can engrave almost anything, including plaques, wooden items, and even medals. Award Masters is also the area's #1 stop for advertising, specialty, and promotional items. Award Masters in Mayfield, for recognition done right.
I'm your phone. Stuck down here between your seat and your console? Playing a little hide and seek.
Cold. Boiling. Jackpot. And if you've got cut rate car insurance, you could be picking up these charges yourself.
So get Allstate, where agents help keep you protected from mayhem. Like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Call me, Kevin Kurtzinger, in Mayfield or Murray at 270-247-2919 or 270-762-1030.
Then Mayfield shooting the lights out here. 4 threes already. And it's not just one person. I mean, you can tell. Yeah, you can tell they. It's a team. It's a team effort. They run the floor well. They see the floor well. I've got them picked as my all-A favorite. As Anderson comes out on the top, he'll cut into the lane, dumps it back out to Reddick. Now picked up by McGee. Davin reached in from behind. It's going to be Harrison. That's going to be the 3rd team foul on Mayfield. And I'll get Carson Guthrie back up and in. Carson, just a sophomore. We heard Coach Chris Guy in the pregame, some high praises for his sophomore twins, Carson and Connor Guthrie. Carson's put on about 3 or 4 inches since last year, Dan. He's really shot up. McGee double teamed out top, goes off to Elder. Gives it to Reddick in the corner. Quick double team comes. Reddick's in trouble. Nice behind the back look to Dewey's. Dewey's one dribble, gives it back to Anderson. 18-footer good by Reese Anderson. He's got 5 in the game, makes it 20-11. Matthews, left side. Guthrie going to fire the 3. It's short, and the rebound's going to be tracked down by Matthews for Mayfield. Left side to Lumpsum. He's going to fire the 3. No good. Rebound comes off to Connor Guthrie, and he'll put it back up and in. He's got 9 early on. 22-11. Mayfield's doubled up Carlisle County. It's a Mayfield team that's probably just one step behind being in that top 3 or 4 conversation in the region. But a very good team as Dewey's has it knocked away out of bounds over in the baseline. Got to get Trey Wilson back in. Jacob Reddick will check out. 33 seconds left here in the first quarter. Davin McGee trying to throw it out top, and he throws it away right to Lumpsum. Lumpsum off to Matthews in transition, lays it up and in. Matthews has 8, and it's 24-11. Anderson in trouble, gives it off to McGee. Back to Anderson, quick 3's good. Reese Anderson's got the hot hand early. He's got 8, makes it 24-14. Lumpsum left side to Guthrie, he'll lay it up and in. That's Carson Guthrie.
I don't know if Carlisle got anybody that can stop that.
No, it's just too fast, too quick as Wilson at the buzzer lays it up, no good. And after one, Mayfield cruising 26-14.
There's only one local eatery that's been recognized by the National Restaurant Association. Only one place serving Western Kentucky's best steaks, barbecue, and burgers, and only one spot perfect for date night, family dinners, or private events. By now you should know I'm talking about Carr's Steakhouse, where they not only serve up the best food in town, they also support the achievements of local athletes. You can watch every live local sportscast in HD in the bar at Carr's, so load up the family and head on down to 213 West Broadway in Mayfield. Carr's Steakhouse, great service and even better food.
Shelter Insurance has covered a lot of miles and a lot of cars and drivers since 1946. We like knowing we have you covered, so you can just sit back and enjoy the ride. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Ask Shelter Agent Steve Jones about Shelter's competitive insurance rates.
Welcome back into Carlisle County High School. Corey and Dan Volz with you as Mayfield leads this one 26-14 as we start the second quarter. Be Carlisle County ball.
Carlisle County leads the turnovers 4-2. Mayfield has 10 rebounds. Mayfield shot 11 of 19 from the field in the first quarter. Carlisle 5 of 14.
Anderson having trouble getting it in as they try to get it into Devin McGee, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Carlisle County. Tell you what, give Mayfield credit. They are denying everything defensively. Probably the best team we've seen Chris Guy have in several years, Dan.
I would say it is right now.
And
it's only going to get better.
His best team maybe in the last decade as Anderson gives it up to McGee. McGee floats one up to Elder in the front court. He'll dribble around his man, put it up off the glass for two. Trevor Elder with his second basket. It's the 26-16. Matthews down low to Guthrie. He'll turn, put it up and in. Carson Guthrie with his second basket makes it 28-16. Mayfield on top. Wilson across the timeline, going to hand it off to Reese Anderson, and Anderson's going to be pushed by Matthews out top. Carlisle's ball on the side. Mayfield's going to go back to that Paducah-Tillman Christmas tournament, and man, there's some good teams in that one this year, Dan. They really kind of built that tournament back up. You got Louisville Dawson there. Made a big run in the state tournament a year ago. University Heights, one of the best teams in the state, as Wilson goes baseline and puts it up and in for the Comets.
Another thing, too, Mayfield's smart. Whenever they do see us going in, see Carlisle going in, they just kind of back up just a little bit.
And if you'll notice, one guy goes deep.
Yeah.
They send a guy deep in case there's a miss. They get the rebound. They kick it out in transition. Wilson, or check that, Matthews over on the left side. Nice look inside to Connor Guthrie. Back out to Carson Guthrie for three. It won't go. Rebound fought for, and we're going to get a foul on Dewey's. And that's going to put the sophomore Connor Guthrie at the free throw line for the first time tonight for Mayfield, shooting two.
That's Dewey's second. He's got both of them that Carlisle has here.
First one by Guthrie comes up well short. That'll get number 3, Jordan Harrison, back in the ball game, and also in the ball game, Houston Lancaster, as you heard Coach Chris Guy mention in the pregame. He is the best shooter on this ball club, so you bring the best shooter off the bench. Second one by Guthrie's good.
So you can get much better than what they already got.
Guthrie's already in the double figures with 10, 29-18. Mayfield on top by 11. Wilson working left side to Anderson. Anderson on the left wing, gets to the elbow, picks up the dribble, gives it off to McGee. McGee slowly walks it back out top, looks to reset, gives it off to Wilson, deep on the right wing. Uses a screen by Elder, works to the top of the key. Spins, gets in the lane. As he goes up, he'll be fouled, and we'll see if they'll give him 2 shots on this one.
Yeah.
Foul's going to go on number 12. That's going to be on Lancaster. Just in the ball game, his first, and Trey Wilson's the line to shoot 2. First one by Wilson is good. He's now got 4 points in the ball game.
That's a buck a basket from Little Tractor over at Metropolis.
And the sophomore, Trey Wilson, will have one more. And it's up and in. He's got 5 in the ball game. It's at 29-20. Lancaster to Guthrie, and they throw it away. Dan, I was just about to say 6:11 left here in the first half, 29-20. Even though you feel like Mayfield's the better ball club right here. The Comets can keep this close and keep a little pressure on Mayfield. See what the Cardinals are made of, because I'm sure they came into here thinking they were going to get a 15 or 20, maybe 25-point win as Wilson goes baseline, misses the layup, and the rebound comes off to Cherry. He'll hit Harrison going the other way, and he walked. I was going to say he tripped and fell. I thought they were going to call a foul. They just called a walk as Harrison was out of control.
I think Luke Keeling thought he was going to call a foul,
It was Davin, too. Davin kind of put his hands up. I didn't touch him. 5:54 left here in the first half, 29-20. The pace is kind of slowed here in the last 2 minutes. As Wilson uses a screen by Keeling. Works right side. Comes back to Elder at the top of the key. Gives a head fake. Back to Wilson. Wilson draws Cherry out on him. Mayfield will switch on every screen out top. Wilson keeps the dribble. Trying to get it back out to Anderson, and it's stolen away. Connor Guthrie on the steal. Pull up. 10-footer. Won't go. Rebound by McGee. And he'll be fouled as he tries to split a couple of defenders out in transition. Foul's going to go on Connor Guthrie. That's the last foul to give for Mayfield.
Alonzo Daniels fixing to check into the ball game here.
Daniels in the ball game. Guthrie will check out. 5:25 left here in the first half as Anderson will give it off to Davin McGee. McGee will bring it up into the front court for the Comets. They'll take Trey Wilson off the point. Now they hand it back to Wilson. Left side of Keeling. Long three by Luke Keeling. Won't go. A rebound. Pulled down by Guthrie. Quick outlet. Comes up into the front court, and then Mayfield loses it out of bounds as Daniels can't hold on to it. That'll get Reddick back in the ball game.
It's already 3 turnovers now for Mayfield here in this second quarter. It's the pressure really from Carlisle hasn't picked up any. It's just got to be a different game.
You take Connor Guthrie's out of this right now, his 10 points. It's a different ball game right now. 29-20. Under 5 to play here in the first half. Davin McGee gets it off to Reddick. Deep on the right side. Reddick, one dribble, gives it off to Wilson on the cut. Back over to Davin McGee. He'll lay it up and in. McGee's got 5 in the ball game. Give the assist to Reddick with 4:45 to play. It's a 7-point game at 29-22. Lancaster. Guarded by Reddick. Gives it off to Daniels. Daniels inside. Ball's knocked loose by Reddick. Picked up by Keeling. And here come the Comets. Oh, almost back to the Comets, but Mayfield will pick it back up, and Daniels will have a chance for the and one as Keeling in on the foul, and Daniels with a layup. Put Alonzo Daniels at the line and a chance for the 3-point play. So 31-22, 4:26 to play. Sub set to check in as Daniels knocks down the free throw. You get Connor Guthrie along with Matthews and Lumpsum back in. Cherry, Lancaster. They got to get one more out of there. There's 6 on the floor. It's going to be Daniels checking out of the ball game. Referees do a good job of that anymore, Dan.
They do.
They make sure you only have 5 on the floor. They used to.
They would kind of wait.
Used to, they wouldn't even look. They wouldn't care. If you leave 6 out there, they just tee you up. As Anderson gets free on the sideline, gives it off to Trevor Elder. 17-footer out of the corner, won't go. The rebound comes off to Guthrie. Guthrie turns, baseball pass up into the front court. They dump it off to Guthrie on the baseline, and it's knocked out of bounds by Wilson. It's Carson Guthrie who had it knocked away. And he'll inbound it underneath his own basket. Mayfield with the ball up 10, 4:12 to go here in the first half. 32-22. Connor Guthrie out to Matthews. They'll find Carson Guthrie at the top of the key. Carson's going to back it up. Look to reset for Mayfield. And reaching in is Trey Wilson. And he's trying to even up those fouls right now. Dan, they're going to get Reese Anderson.
They're going to get him for it.
Get Anderson on the reach in. His first, team's 4th. And it'll be Mayfield's ball underneath their own basket. Looking, they'll come into Connor Guthrie out top. Check that was Harrison. Now to Connor Guthrie on the wing. They'll look into Carson Guthrie, backdoor cut to Lumpsum, off to Harrison. He'll put it up amongst the Comets, and it'll go. Harrison with his 2nd basket. Back to a 12-point game at 34-22. Wilson uses a nice screen by Keeling. Drives inside, puts it up and in. Nice move by Trey Wilson. Good screen there by Luke Keeling to get it all started. Lumsden quickly back the other way to Carson Guthrie for three. Won't go. And the rebound's going to be pulled down by Trevor Elder for Carlisle County. Elder off to Wilson. Splits a couple of defenders in a transition. And Wilson throws it away. Trying to get it back to Elder. Thomas just need to slow down a little bit there. Turnover on the Comets will get Davin McGee in along with Kyler Mason. Luke Keeling will check out. Trey Wilson will check out. 34-24 as Matthews brings it in to Guthrie. Lumsden now deep on the right wing now with it. Cuts back middle of the floor with the ball. Looks inside and it's knocked away. Another steal by the Comets. Anderson off to McGee. McGee on the right side, still with the penetration, gives it off to Anderson. He kicks it back out to Mason. Mason, one dribble off to Reddick. Reddick going to drive up, under, off the glass, won't go. Rebound comes off to Lumsden. Quickly back the other way, Lumsden goes down the middle, double pump, gets it, and a foul on Trevor Elder. And Anton Lumsden, the senior, with a chance for the three-point play.
One place right there that Trevor Elder did not intend to foul. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
He was trying to get out of the way. And Lumsden back to the free throw line with 2:45 to play here in the first half. The senior's free throw is up and in. Makes it a 37-24 game. Biggest lead of the night for Mayfield at 13. Anderson double teamed out top. Fakes, gives it off to Davin McGee. He'll sling it over to Wilson in the corner. Wilson drives, baseline, puts it up, won't go. Got his own rebound, he'll turn, stick it back up, no good. And the rebound comes off to Mayfield. Connor Guthrie back into the front court. And they almost throw it away, but Davin McGee last to touch it before it goes out of bounds underneath. It'll stay with Mayfield. Luke Keeling back in the ball game. Trevor Elder will check out. Carson Guthrie to inbound. Comes out top to Matthews. Matthews hesitates into the lane. Dumps it off to Carson Guthrie. Can't make the shot. Rebound comes off to Wilson. He's fouled by Carson Guthrie. That'll be a 1-and-1 at the other end for Trey Wilson. .2:15 left here in the first half, 37-24. Mayfield has led throughout. Comets cut it 29-22. An 8-2 run since then for Mayfield. Wilson at the line for the one and the bonus. Knocks down the first one. Another bucket basket out of Little Tractor in Metropolis. And one more coming for Trey Wilson. Free throws up and in. It's 5 out of 6 from the free throw line. It's at 37-26. It's Lumsden. Gives it off to Harrison. Now to Guthrie. He'll step back and nail the three. Connor Guthrie. A big first half. 13 for the sophomore. It's at 40-26. Mayfield on top. Minute 50 left here in the first half. Davin McGee off to Keeling. Now back to Wilson. Wing three, won't go. Rebound comes off to Guthrie. He's going to turn and push. Mayfield's got guys back. Guthrie off to Matthews, right side. They come back to Lumsden at the top of the key. One dribble in the lane. Left-handed layup beauty by Anton Lumsden. 42-26. Now the largest lead for Mayfield is Wilson. Off to Anderson for three. It's too hard. Big rebound by Davin McGee. McGee backs it back out, gives it over to Anderson. He'll fire another three. This one's money. Reese Anderson with his third three of the ball game. He's got 11 in the game. It's at 42-29. Lumsden looking to work on it. McGee gives it off. Three out of the corner, no good by Mayfield. Fight for the rebound. Anderson has it, and he's fouled from behind. Going to get Matthews, I believe, on the foul, and that's going to put Anderson at the line, shooting the one in the bonus. As Trevor Elder checks back in.
Not yet.
Yeah, one in the bonus.
Yeah, he should be. Now they're going to let him.
Elder back in. Kyler Mason will check out with 54 seconds left. 42-29, a 13-point cushion for the Mayfield Cardinals. Anderson misses the front end, and a rebound comes off to Connor Guthrie. Guthrie straight away, crossing over on Luke Keeling, gives it off. Now to Harrison. Down low, they find Connor Guthrie on the backdoor cut, and he puts in 2 more. He's having a big first half. 44-29, back to a 15-point Mayfield lead, led by as many as 16. Davin McGee crossing over, gets into the lane, dumps it off to Keeling. Fakes, gets his man in the air, and got a foul as the foot kind of hit Luke Keeling. He went to drive. Should be a 1-and-1 here as Keeling will head to the free throw line. And it will be Luke Keeling at the line shooting the 1 in the bonus. 21 seconds left here in the first half. First one by Keeling is off the mark, tapped back up and out of bounds, and they're going to say it's going to be Carlisle County basketball. Now to get Lancaster back in the ball game for Mayfield. Connor Guthrie will check out after he picked up his second foul. It'll be Comet ball underneath their own basket. Keeling looking, gets it into Elder. 15-footer on the baseline, it's too hard. And Mayfield on the run out. Here's Matthews up and under on Wilson. Good. Matthews with the basket. He's got 10 now, down to 8 seconds. Davin McGee into the lane. Little floater's good by Davin McGee. He's got 7. And Mayfield at the buzzer won't make it. And at the half, 44-31, your score. Mayfield on top.
For the best service and parts support for your equipment, rely on H&R AgriPower, your premier Case IH dealer. H&R AgriPower has over 45 trained service technicians, and our mobile service trucks will come to your farm. Plus, H&R AgriPower's huge parts inventory and daily parts delivery between our locations means you get the parts you need fast. For service and parts support, turn to your local Case IH dealer. H&R AgriPower, the power to get you more.
I love all the windows. I think we envisioned it to be a space where we could gather together as a family.
This is a room they want to use all the time. They need things that are durable and stylish.
I love this one.
These shelves are great.
So what do you think?
That's beautiful. I do not feel that we could have made the decisions without the help of Bassett. Now I want to do another room.
The HGTV Home Design Studio by Bassett. Are you ready for your big reveal?
Since 1985, Grover Tire has been this area's top choice for tires. Family owned and operated from the start, they've passed their friendly style of service down through the generations. The staff at Grover Tire puts your mind at ease with their knowledge about the industry and their desire to meet your exact needs. With top brands like Toyo, Cooper, Michelin, and Mastercraft, Grover Tire will get you riding easy at an affordable rate. Grover Tire, just off of Highway 45 at 20 East Sawyer Road in Hickory.
Has this ever happened to you? Or this? Will this make your memoirs? At Shelter Insurance, we can't iron out all the glitches in modern life. But we can manage your auto, home, and life insurance just fine. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Get the insurance coverage you need at the right price. Call Steve Jones today.
Mayfield Cardinals on top of the half, 46-31. And Dan, in the past few years when these two teams have done battle, this sometimes is a final score, 46, 44, right. 52, 50, something like that. But this is a high-powered Mayfield offense this year. Coach Chris Guy with a little bit of different mentality about it, wanting to get the ball up and down the floor, and he's done that so far with the score of 46-31 here at the half. And nice balanced attack from the Mayfield Cardinals and a nice balanced attack from the Comets. Just going to get a couple more guys some offensive touches, I believe, in the offensive sets. The Comets have done a decent job not turning the ball over against a high-pressure defense from Mayfield, especially in the half court. They're getting after you, looking to trap on the first pass across the timeline.
I think you look at the rebounds. You know, it's not disrespectful amount of rebounds that Carlisle County has pulled down. They pulled down 12 compared to 18 for Mayfield here in the first half. For Mayfield to be that much more athletic and that much more height of what that they've got out there on the floor. But Mayfield has shot 59% from the field, so that rebounding just is not higher, whereas Carlisle County has only shot 38% from the field. Carlisle County, like I say, has 6 turnovers, 12 rebounds. They were 4 of 10 from 3-point, 7 of 19 from 2-point, and 5 of 8 from the free throw line, for 11 of 29 from the field for 38%. Mayfield was 5 of 12 from 3-point, 14 of 20 from 2-point, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 19 of 32 from the field. And there again, that's 59%.
So not a bad shooting percentage at
Not
all.
Not really.
On either side, to be honest with you. Individually for Mayfield, they've already got 3 guys in the double figures. Anton Lumpsom's got 10 along with Kent Matthews. Connor Guthrie with a game-high 15 here at the break. Carson Guthrie has 4. Alonzo Daniels off the bench with a 3-point play for 3. And Jordan Harrison has 4. For Carlisle County, Reese Anderson leads the way with 11. Trey Wilson has 9. Davin McGee with 7. And Trevor Elder has 4 for Carlisle County as they trail it 46-31 here at the halftime break. The first district setting up to become a battle, it looks like. You know, the Comets pulling off a 1-point win at Fulton City. A tough loss to Hickman County here, but you can tell both teams are not that far apart as far as on the floor. They're pretty even. Fulton County, it looks like some scores that I'm looking at puts them right there kind of with Carlisle, Fulton, and Hickman. So it's going to be a battle in the first district as we come down the stretch. But Mayfield leads this one 46-31.
No matter the season, no matter the job, Falders Farm Industrial and Home Supply has what you need to get the job done. Falders carries a wide range of products including storage tanks, fencing, welders, air compressors, tools, sporting goods, toys, and clothing for work, play, and hunting. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Falders has it all. Falders Farm Industrial and Home Supply, Kiva Road in Mayfield.
Hello, I'm David Long, President at First Kentucky Bank. I'm very proud of the group of professionals that make up our team here at First Kentucky. When you bank with First Kentucky, we guarantee that we'll provide a level of professionalism that will help you meet your financial needs. I'm proud of this team we've assembled. Their skill set is unique to any bank in this area, and I believe our customers will notice a discernible difference in the quality, attitude, and approach we bring to their financial affairs.
Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Moe's & Bella's Frontier Firearms is this area's guns, ammo, and accessories headquarters. With decades of experience on the single-action circuit, Moe's & Bella are your perfect partners, whether you're a veteran rifleman or a first-time shooter looking for training. Frontier Firearms carries a constantly updated selection of defense pistols, rifles, ammunition, reloading supplies, and tactical accessories. They also have a state-of-the-art precision laser range on site. Moe's & Bella's Frontier Firearms, inside Mayfield's Fountain Square Plaza. They're your hometown gun shop.
Shelter Insurance has covered a lot of miles and a lot of cars and drivers since 1946. We like knowing we have you covered, so you can just sit back and enjoy the ride. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Ask Agent Steve Jones about Shelter's auto insurance discounts.
It'll be Mayfield basketball as we get set here in the second half. Looks like both teams back with their starters on the floor. Carlisle County will move left to right here in the second half. Mayfield will work down to our left as they will inbound it on the far side. Carson Guthrie with a game-high 15 on the inbound. Gets it off to Carson Guthrie at the top of the key. He'll jump over his brother Connor going up for the layup, and he can't make it go, and Trey Wilson will pull down the rebound. The Comets with the ball, a chance to cut into this lead. Here's Dewey's back to McGee on the wing. 3 on the way, won't go. Rebound comes off to Connor Guthrie. Guthrie on the near side, cuts back middle of the floor. The sophomore Top of the key, gives it over to the senior Lumsum. Lumsum to the high elbow. Behind the back pass to Harrison. Now back to Guthrie. 3 on the way is no good. And the rebound is going to go out of bounds. It'll be Carlisle County basketball. Then I have to say, if you'd have told me Mayfield shot 59% in the first half and the Comets were only going to be down 15 without Michael Thomason,
yeah,
I probably would have said no, you know. But Mayfield has made just enough mistakes, and Carlisle County has kind of compounded on those mistakes.
Well, I'd say one thing about it. Dewey's has come into the game and played some good action. He just kind of got in a little foul trouble there and had to kind of sit down a little bit.
He really doesn't do anything to hurt you. He only is out there to help you as Elder drives in and draws the foul on Mayfield. Trevor Elder will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. As that foul goes on number 13, Carson Guthrie. Elder will head to the free throw line to shoot his first free throws of the night. First one's up and in. 7:03 left here in the third. 46-32 your score. Elder's second one, good again. Makes it 46-33. Comets will fall back, half court, man-to-man. Matthews off to Lumsum at the top of the key. Lumsum to Carson Guthrie. They find Harrison just left of the lane, out behind the arc. Dewey's comes out on him. Forcing Harrison into the lane, and we'll get all kinds of whistles. Take your pick. About 3 Comets got some hands in there. It's going to go on Dewey's, and it's going to put 2 shots up for Harrison.
Dewey's his 3rd personal foul.
He picks up his 3rd. Not a lot of fouls called on the Comets in the first half. Dewey's had 2 of them in the first, and picks the 3rd one up here early in the 3rd quarter as Harrison knocks down the first free throw. .6:42 left here in the 3rd. Lead goes back to 14 at 47-33. Second one by Harrison. Up and in as it rattles home. He's got 6 in the ball game. And Mayfield will come with full court pressure. McGee into the front court. Draws a double team. Gives it back straight away. Elder. 3 on the way. He's going to be short. And rebound comes off to Mayfield. Lumsum will get it quickly up to Carson Guthrie. Carson pulls up from 12 feet. Won't hit the shot. Rebound comes off to Elder. Elder double teams in the backcourt. Back to McGee. McGee dribbles into the elbow. Nothing there. Back out to Elder. Another 3 on the way. No good again. Rebound comes off to Lumsum. Lumsum off to Connor Guthrie. Down low to Carson Guthrie. Misses another gimme. Carlisle County can't hold on to the rebound. And he loses it out of bounds. And a gimme right back to the Comets. Carson Guthrie having trouble right now just scoring the basketball. He's going to check out as Lancaster's going to check back in. Reddick and Keeling in a ball game for the Comets as Dewey's and McGee check out. With 6:05 to play here in the 3rd. Okay, what you take Carson Guthrie's stats out of that, Dan, they're probably shooting 70% as Lumsum nails a 3 out of the corner on the inbound. He's got 13 in the game. And that's now the largest lead of the night for Mayfield at 51-33. Anderson throws it away. Trying to get the ball to a cutting Reddick, but he threw it way out in front of him. Into the cheerleaders, and Mayfield will have it going the other way. .5:45 to play here in the 3rd, 51-33. Matthews, left side, Connor Guthrie had a hot hand. Looks on the pick and roll to Lumsum, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Comets. Stay with Mayfield. That'll get Davin McGee back in. Reese Anderson will take a breather. Comets can't get anything going offensively here in this 3rd quarter. Guthrie into Lancaster. Back in the corner to Lumsum. He'll give it over to Matthews. Now back in the corner to Lumsum. Working on the left side. Lumsum still with the dribble. Gets in the lane. Knocked away by McGee. Here's a steal by the Comets. Trey Wilson back the other way. Splits a couple of defenders. Left-hand layup good by Trey Wilson, and he's into double figures with 11. 51-36. Matthews back the other way. Kicks it out to Guthrie. Fires a 3. Got it. Connor Guthrie with his 3rd 3 of the night. He's got 18. And the lead goes to 19 at 54-35. Davin McGee into the lane, kicks it to Reddick. Back to Wilson. He'll use a screen. He draws a double team over to Keeling. And Keeling walked with it as he looked to drive inside. Get Reese Anderson and Dewey's back in the ball game. Elder and Wilson will check out. And it'll get Alonzo Daniels back in for Mayfield. Matthews will take a breather. .440 to play in the third. Mayfield cruising right now, up 19. Guthrie out deep, gives it over to Lumsden. See Mayfield into that patented flex offense as they'll drive inside, and Harrison will lay it in for 2. He's now got 8 in the ball game. Davin McGee back the other way. Pull up 15-footer, won't go for McGee. Rebound comes off to Lumsden. 21-point Mayfield advantage. They're looking to pull away as nobody picks up. Lancaster misses the 3. Rebound to Guthrie. He's got 20 in the ball game. 58-35. Carlisle County going to try to get a timeout here with 3:57 to play. Mayfield pushed this one out to a 23-point lead.
Today's blockbuster hits are available to all in crystal clear digital cinema and Dolby digital sound at Princess Theaters of Mayfield. You just can't beat the comfortable atmosphere at Princess Theaters. They've created an environment tailor-made for families with their genuine friendly style of service and unrivaled concession options featuring West Kentucky's best popcorn. Check them out online at princessofmayfield.com or call 270-251-3583 for showtimes. Princess Theaters of Mayfield. Big time entertainment with a hometown feel.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
Creating comfort one home at a time. Call the folks at James Smith Heating and Cooling for all of your heating and cooling needs.
Welcome back in as Mayfield has pushed this out to a 23-point lead. It'll be Carlisle County basketball. It'll be Dewey's, Elder, Wilson, McGee, and Anderson, the starting 5 for Carlisle County, back out on the floor. As Wilson gives it off to Anderson. Back to Wilson on the give and go. He'll turn, put it up.
Offensive foul.
Offensive foul on Trey Wilson as he lowered his shoulders. He went in underneath. Coach Brian O'Neill not liking the call. Down 23. You don't expect to get those calls when you're down 23. You expect to get those calls when it's a close ball game. We got a whistle away from the ball here. We'll see what's happening. 3:48 to play in the third. 58-35 the score. Lewis Moffitt, the head official here tonight. We'll go to talk this one over, and we'll see what's going to happen. I'm not really sure what they're talking about. I'm not sure.
They're going to put the foul on 12 instead of who?
He called an offensive foul. I mean, it's Wilson who had the ball. If it's an offensive foul, it has to go on Wilson. All right. I think they're done talking about this. Here we go. B Mayfield ball to go length of the floor as the Comets will pick up defense at half court. Second foul is a half on the Comets. The first one on Wilson as Lancaster will give it off to Harrison. Harrison gives it off to Daniels, who's back in the ball game, off to Lumsden. Now to Connor Guthrie. He's had the hot hand in this ball game. Lancaster, 5'7" Lancaster. And you hear Coach Chris Guy talk about how well he shoots the ball. Now Daniels instead will back it out top. Daniels working right side, gives it off to Lumpson, out to Guthrie. Straight away three, won't go. And Mayfield attacking the glass, but Trevor Elder pulls down the rebound for the Comets. Approaching the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter. Wilson, top of the key. Gives it off to Davin McGee. McGee spinning, gives it back to Wilson. Wilson, top of the key, gives it back to Elder. And the Comets throw it away. Into the backcourt. Oh, and Guthrie gets it, but he walks with it. Good hustle by Guthrie. And one way, you got to applaud the effort. But if he lets Wilson touch it, it's a turnover on the Comets. Guthrie goes and dives on the ball in the backcourt and then slides about, 20 feet?
At least.
Well, it picks up the turnover on Mayfield. So the Comets will get it back, down 23. Wilson going to pull up for three. It's off the mark, and on the rebound, it's going to be Mayfield on the foul. Going to be on Daniels. It'll be out of bounds underneath to Carlisle County. Davin McGee will inbound. Looking, still looking. Going to come into Dewey's, and it's knocked away by Lumpson. And they'll switch sides on the end line and reset this one. 2:34 to play.
Ooh, they're going to call for it out of the corner.
Yeah, never liked this one. Mayfield will not pressure the ball as Anderson will lob it in the backcourt. They'll swing it around to Anderson in the corner. Back out to Wilson. Now to Elder. Comets having a hard time scoring in the second half. Just one field goal so far as McGee fires the three. You betcha. Davin McGee into double figures with 10. The third Comet into double figures with 2:12 to play in the third. Harrison a give and go to Guthrie, and he's pushed in the back by Elder. And that'll put Connor Guthrie at the line. Shooting two. He's got 20 in the ball game. Looks to add to it. 58-38 to score. 2:09 left here in the third quarter. As a sophomore, Guthrie, first free throw, once again, front of the rim.
Wow.
Same thing he did the last time. Then he nailed the second one. Second foul on Elder. Third team foul on Carlisle County. 58-38 to score as Guthrie nails the second one. 21 in the ball game for Connor Guthrie. Once again, the Comets playing without Michael Thomason here tonight as Wilson goes inside, draws a foul. He'll go to the line to shoot two. According to Coach O'Neill, he'll be without Thomason tonight and tomorrow night. So Thomason back in action hopefully on Monday as the Comets play host to Caldwell County. Trey Wilson at the free throw line, knocks down the first one. He's got 12 now in the game to lead the way for Carlisle. .202 left. As Wilson knocks them both down, we'll get some subs in for Mayfield. Cherry will check back in the ball game along with Carson Guthrie. Carson's had a tough game. 4 points in this one. Definitely a tough second half. He missed about his first 5 shots there in the second half, and Coach Guy gave him a breather. We'll see if that changes his mentality a little bit. 59-40, 2 minutes to play here in the third. Lancaster comes left side with the dribble, picks it up, comes back out top to Guthrie. Guthrie going to use the screen, gives it back to Lancaster, thought about the three. Instead, he'll go over to Harrison. Harrison pull up, 18-footers good, and Harrison's into double figures. He's got 6 in the quarter, 10 in the ball game. Trey Wilson back the other way, looking to drive, and he's fouled as he goes up by Lancaster, and Wilson will head back to the free throw line to shoot 2 more. Another chance for a bucket basket from Little Tractor over in Metropolis.
4th team foul now here in the second half for Mayfield. That's the second one on Lancaster.
And Wilson knocks down the first free throw. That'll get Luke Keeling back in the ball game. Dewey's will check out. (61-41) as the second one by Wilson is up and in. 61-42. Lancaster will bring it up with a left hand. Minute 25 left here in the third. Lancaster back out to Guthrie in between the circles. Going to use the screen by Cherry. Nothing there. Now Cherry post up inside. He'll turn, put it up, and we got a whistle and a travel on Cherry. I'll say it could have been a travel. It could have easily been 3 seconds down there. As Cherry set the screen and then rolled in the lane. Now, you know he was in there 3 seconds. So the turnover on the Cardinals gives it back to Carlisle County. Anderson to get around the screen. Gives it off to Elder. Elder fakes, gets into the lane, takes it up strong and in. Trevor Elder's got 8 in the ball game.
Only the third 2-point field goal for Carlisle County to attempt here in the second half. They have connected on 2 of them.
45 seconds left in the third. 61-44, 17-point Mayfield lead. Here's Cherry down low. Ball is loose on the floor, and a jump ball will give it back to Carlisle County with 37 seconds left. Mayfield has not been as crisp here this the last, 10 minutes, probably the last couple of minutes of the first half. As what they were, man, that first 5-6 minutes of this game, they were.
Well, they set the tone of the game and just kind of put the
margin
out there, kind of not where it's at right now, but close to where it was
got
at.
Out 10 or 12 and just kind of coasted after that. Here's Wilson. Down to 20 seconds. Lancaster will come out and get on him. As they go to McGee, Carlisle County going to try to play for one shot. McGee working on Harrison. Out straight away, uses the screen by Elder, and it's picked off by Guthrie. Guthrie going to go coast to coast and lay it up and in. Carson Guthrie with the basket. Down to 3 seconds. Wilson from half court, too hard. And at the end of the quarter, 63-41, Mayfield on top.
At the Murray Bank, every passing day is another opportunity we have to reflect back on what our community means to us and the many opportunities we have to serve and partner with our hometown. As another day begins, we are excited to see the positive changes it will bring to our schools, charities, businesses, and organizations. Here's to a new day and another opportunity to keep making Murray and Callaway County great.
We are the Murray Bank.
At Shelter Insurance, we've found that peace of mind offers some real advantages. That's why we work hard to make things easier for you. By sheltering your cars, by sheltering your home, by sheltering your toys, by sheltering your life. Peace of mind. Isn't that the best shelter there is? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Ask Shelter Agent Steve Jones about Shelter's competitive insurance rates.
Set for the fourth and final quarter. Mayfield on top, 63-44. It'll be Cardinal ball as we start the fourth.
Carlisle County with 6 turnovers in that quarter. They shot 3 of 9 from the field. Mayfield shot 6 of 12 from the field with 4 turnovers.
So Mayfield with the ball. Looking down low for Cherry. He'll turn on Elder, and Elder going to pick up his 3rd foul. And Elder didn't like the call. And it's going to put Quintarius Cherry at the free throw line, shooting 2. His first trip to the line tonight. He's a left-hander. Big frame body as he knocks down the first free throw. Cherry an easy 6'3", 6'4", big frame body. Second one's going to be short, and the rebound comes off to Trey Wilson. So back to a 20-point lead, 64-44. Wilson to Anderson. Backs it back out, gives it off to Elder on the baseline. He'll turn, put it up too hard. Rebound comes off to Daniels, and Daniels going to turn and push it for Mayfield. Daniels to the free throw line. Scoop shot, won't go. Draws the foul.
Elder again, I think.
It's going to be his 4th if it is. It's going to be 15. Is that what it was? Yeah, it was Elder. That's going to be his 4th. That'll get Dewey's and Reddick up off the bench, and that'll put Daniels at the line, shooting 2.
Well, he held up 1 finger and then 5. I'd call that 15.
Daniels, this is the first one. The 15's going to check in here. That's Dewey's back in the ball game. Elder and Anderson will check out. So that puts Dewey's, Keeling, Reddick, McGee and Wilson on the floor right now for Carlisle County. 7:25 to play in the ball game. 64-44. Second one by Daniels. He missed them both. Rebound, though, comes to Cherry. He dumps it off to Guthrie, and Carson Guthrie puts it in for 2. Carson's got 8 now in the ball game. Dewey's to McGee. Straightaway 3 is going to be short. And the rebound comes off to Guthrie. And there's a snowbird at the other end. And a missed dunk by Harrison. And here come the comments back the other way. Reddick taking it down on the baseline. Gives it off to Dewey's in the corner. 3 on the way, in and out. And the rebound comes off to Guthrie. Guthrie, a long outlet's going to go out of bounds. Mayfield looking for that snowbird a couple of times. They phone it away. We'll get Matthews and Lumpson back in. Harrison and Lancaster will check out. Coach Chris Guy. We'll see what he says to Harrison. He just patted him right on the butt and said, sit down, boy.
Now he's going, no, still didn't talk to him.
Hey, sometimes when you're up 20, you can do things like that. Davin McGee off to Dewey's in the corner. Now out to Wilson. Wilson threw it away. Lumps him on the steal. He'll go up and miss the layup, and Davin McGee back the other way. McGee on the rebound. Gives it left side to Keeling. He'll fire the 3 in and out. Rebound comes off to Cherry. Mayfield once again on the outlet. And Carlisle County got a hand on it. Mayfield will pick it up. And Carson Guthrie will get into double figures with a layup. High-paced game right now as Wilson back the other way against Daniels. Puts it up and in and draws the foul. So Wilson with a chance for the three-point play. It's going to get Reese Anderson and Trevor Elder back in. Davin McGee and Luke Keeling will check out. And Trey Wilson back to the free throw line and a chance to complete the three-point play. Third foul on Daniels. And Wilson connects on the free throw.
Before I look around the gym tonight and see a lot of players from Carlisle County that graduated last year here. College is out. They're home.
Yeah, Christmas break. Matthews to the free throw line. Gives it off to Daniels on a cut. Up and under, good. Nice move there by Alonzo Daniel. 5 points now in the ball game. 70-47. Reese Anderson back the other way. Thought about the 3. Gives it off to Wilson. Now to Elder. Elder going to drive. Wide open layup. And he'll be the 4th Comet in the double figures. Only 4 Comets have scored tonight. All 4 of them in double figures. Wilson with a tip pass. Going to come up with a turnover as Elder steals it away. Goes coast to coast. Misses the layup. And Trey Wilson can't hold on to it. It'll go out of bounds back to Mayfield. We got a fresh face in for Mayfield, but not a name unfamiliar to 95-9. Trajan Bright in the ball game for the Mayfield Cardinals, the star running back for the Mayfield Cardinals, the all-time rushing leader. Past the mark. His dad used to have the mark. Good name, Jonathan Jackson, passed that mark a few years ago. And Bright brought it back into the family this year. It's down low, Cherry. Just a couple of bunnies and a jump ball by Reese Anderson. We'll give it back to Carlisle County as Davin McGee will check back in the ball game. Trey Wilson will get a breather with 5:10 to play. So far, Dan, really we haven't seen any football guys on the floor until now. And Trajan, if you want to talk about a quick one, he is quick. Anderson back the other way, gives it off to McGee on the right side. Now to Elder on the baseline. Head fake, comes back out top to Reddick. Reddick up under, scoop shot. He's blocked and fouled, and Reddick will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Jacob Reddick trying to become the 5th Comet to get in the scorebook tonight. 4:55 to play in the ball game. 70-49. First one by Reddick is too hard off the back of the rim. That was the first foul on Trajan Bright. That'll get a Luke Keeling back in and into the ball game. Number 32, Dan. I don't have that one.
I don't have it. It wasn't on that book.
It's got to be a technical foul then if it's not in the book.
I mean,
second one by Reddick is up and in.
I took a picture of the official book, and it was not on it.
Must have been a late entry then. See what happens. If it's not in the book, you got to call that attention to the referee here pretty quick. Here's Matthews to the free throw line. May have got away with a walk. He'll come back out top to Lumpsum, and he does walk. We'll head the other way. We get Trey Wilson back in the ball game. That's what they're going to do. That's what it is. 32's not in the book. They've called the attention now. It'll be a technical foul on Mayfield here. The official scorebook, which we took a picture of before the game to set our rosters, did not have number 32 in the book. And it'll be a technical foul. It'll be 2 shots in the ball for Carlisle County, and then we'll try to find out who number 32 is.
He's got another player or two on the bench now.
Yeah, I told you when he started,
you
had 13. You had 13 on the book. He dressed 15. I saw him warming up. And it doesn't matter really what's on the state website. I see they've got that printed off, looking at it right now. They're looking at the visitor's book, but the official book is down here at the home side, and it'll be a technical foul. 4:40 to play here in the ball game, 70-50. It'll be 2 shots in the ball coming for Carlisle County.
It doesn't matter where it's.
Yes, it's in the official.
It don't matter where it's wrote down anywhere else. Yeah. It's that one
when you're
book
the
down there.
visiting scorekeeper, you have to make sure that the home scorebook is correct.
That's right.
With your thing, that's your job, and they're trying to explain this now. Coach Chris Guy not happy with it, and Coach Charles Parrott also involved in this one. As we will get this corrected. Coach Brian O'Neill now coming over to dog it over. It's late, folks. We're trying to get this game over with. We'll see what comes of this. As once again, these Comets will be back in action tomorrow night for you Carlisle County fans. They will be back in action over at McCracken County High School, a rare doubleheader on a neutral site. As the Comets will take on Lyon County, and then University Heights will take on McCracken County in the nightcap. It's Oregon Donor Night. You have a chance to register for a free TV. Anyone that is
I still don't see why we don't move on. I mean,
exactly.
It's a delay of game.
Yes, it's going to be a technical foul. It'll be Trey Wilson heading to the free throw line to shoot 2. And then it'll be Carlisle County's ball, it's one thing. I mean, it was already our ball anyway. It probably should have been brought forth before, and then it could have been a possession taken away. Lewis Moffitt still trying to explain it as Wilson misses the first of the 2 technical shots.
He had hit about 6 straight in a row.
He had hit more than that. He had hit 10 in a row before that one. And he knocks the second one down. Now it'll be Carlisle County basketball. 70-51 your score.
All right, now, he's still on the floor?
Yeah. 32 gets to still play, And it'll be Davin McGee to inbound on the far side as it comes in deep in the backcourt to Trey Wilson. Wilson guarded by Trajan Bright. He'll cross over on Bright, get into the front court. Looks right side to Anderson. Anderson on a curl cut to Davin McGee. He'll turn, put it up, won't go. Rebound comes off to Guthrie. Still didn't get a name for 32, though, as Davin McGee with a near steal on the backside. And Mayfield will go underneath and put it up and in.
Number 32 scored.
Yeah, we'll figure that name out here in a little bit. Davin McGee back the other way, has it blocked out of bounds. And it'll stay with Carlisle County with 4:08 to play. 72-51.
Only person I have without a number on the state website is Jack Morrell.
That's not him.
That's not him. No. You know him?
Yeah. Here's Reese Anderson in the corner for 3. He's too hard. Fight for the rebound. Guthrie had it. And we got a foul by Reese Anderson deep in the backcourt. Be the last foul to give for Carlisle County with 4:04 to play in the ball game. 72-51. And Trajan Bright will bring it into the front court. Bright. They look left side to Matthews. Thought about the 3. Instead, he'll drive inside, kicks it back out. 3-pointer straight away is good. By the Mayfield Cardinals, and that pushes it out to a 75-51 lead. That equals the largest of the night for Mayfield at 24. Reese Anderson. Off to Keeling. Keeling going to go baseline, reverse layup. Good by Luke Keeling. Keeling's first basket of the night. Back the other way, Matthews backs his way in. Gets it off to Carson Guthrie. Guthrie's had a tough night tonight. He got 10 in the game. They kick it over in the corner. Another 3 on the way. Good again. And I don't know, the technical foul is probably worth it. It's 32. We still don't have a name for it, but he's knocked down 8 points for Mayfield. So you give up 1 at the free throw line for a chance to get 8. As Trey Wilson just crossed over Trajan Bright. Can't make the layup, and then transition. Matthews going to lay it up and in for Mayfield, and we'll get a quick timeout. A 30-second timeout by Mayfield just to let the
get
subs
the players in. Yeah.
Chase Teasley going to check in the ball game for Carlisle County as Luke Keeling's going to check out. 2:55 left, 80-53 as now Mayfield's pushed it out to their largest lead of 27. You see several heading for the doors here. A warm night tonight before a pretty cold weekend coming up. Reese Anderson over on the left wing. Comes back to Davin McGee at the top. McGee, backdoor cut to Wilson, and he's blocked and out of bounds. It'll stay with Carlisle County underneath their own basket. 2:43 left. And Kyle Hurt in the ball game. You had that one marked off then.
Well, he wasn't on the book.
He checks in.
Sorry.
We'll see, that's another technical foul.
Yep, they need to know it right quick.
Reese Anderson lobs it in out top to McGee. McGee back to Anderson in the corner. Quick release 3 is short. The rebound comes off to the Mayfield Cardinals. And Mayfield looking to put a punctuation mark on this victory. They led it coast to coast. It wasn't as bad as what the final score is going to look like. They kind of stayed within about 15 most of the way as Trajan Bright works it around. Also in there, Denzel Perry. He'll fire the jumper. It's off the mark. Rebound to Elder. Wilson into the front court off to Reese Anderson. Left side, 3, short again. And rebound comes off to Bright. And Chase Teasley with a near steal out top. And a good hustle by Teasley trying to save it. It'll go out of bounds. Then I'll get some subs in for the Comets. Clint Draper along with Trace Hook. Dylan Lewis and Alex Chandler in the ball game for the Comets. They'll stay in there with Teasley. 2:01 to play. Once again, the Comets back tomorrow night at McCracken against Lyon County. Monday night, they host Caldwell County. Trajan Bright kicks it back out to Perry. He'll jumper good. The 3-pointer by Denzel Perry. That makes it a 30-point lead at 83-53. Trace Hook off to Alex Chandler. Chandler going to fight into the lane. A little running one-hander won't go. And Mayfield going to clear the rebound. Comets back with Caldwell on Monday before heading over to the WKNT Classic for back-to-back games next Wednesday and Thursday. Trajan Bright misses the layup. The Comets back the other way. Clint Draper, baseline jumper, rattles out. Rebound comes off to Perry. He'll just roll the pass up into the front court to Breedlove. He'll miss the jumper. And the rebound comes off to Chandler. A minute to play here. The Comets going to fall to 2-5 on the year. As Dylan Lewis misses the jumper. Rebound's going to go out of bounds off of Mayfield. The Comets going to go to 2-5. Mayfield going to improve to 4-2 on the year. Mayfield next game in the Paducah-Tillman Christmas tournament, I believe. No, yes. They'll play back-to-back games next Thursday as Teasley fires the 15-footer. It won't go. Just looking for the final score here. Perry on the outlet up to Breedlove off the glass for 2. Trevor Breedlove with the basket. It's at 85-53. Once again, this is not, final score is not going to indicate really what this game really was about as Hook misses the 3. Saved inbounds by Draper to Chandler. Over to Draper in the corner for 3. Short. Rebound comes off to Hurt. He'll look up for Breedlove, but not before a double dribble out top by Traven Gray. Give it back to Carlisle County. Looks like, let's see here, 2, 4, 6, 19 tonight for Trey Wilson. Trevor Elder had 10. Davin McGee also with 10. Reese Anderson had 11, all coming in the first half. as the Comets going to lose this one. Down 85-53 right now. We'll see what the final 15 seconds bring here, as looks like Teasley's going to get to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1.
You got to be kidding me.
Chance to get into the free throw.
Call a foul with 16 seconds left.
Chance for Teasley to get into the scorebook tonight. Teasley, one of several freshmen on this ball club for Carlisle County. And he misses the front end. Mayfield on the rebound. Trajan Bright will hold it up, and Mayfield going to dribble it out. 85-53 going to be your final score, as the Mayfield Cardinals with a convincing win here. And once again, my favorite for the All-A Classic coming up in January. Thank Jim back in the studio for keeping us on the air. For all our fine sponsors tonight, it's been another good one. As Mayfield wins this one, 85-53 for Dan Bowles. I'm Corey Bowles. Until next time, so long, folks.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Kentucky's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky High School Athletic Directors Association.
Hi everybody, Dave Winder here. I'm the Assistant Athletic Director for Media Relations with Murray State Athletics, and it's my pleasure to give you a tour, a first look at the new Murray State Hall of Champions. After a generous gift from former Murray State football alumni Bob Burton, we now have a place where we can honor what we call the Hall of Champions. Those are the people who were the great student athletes and the great teams that we've had here with Murray State Athletics since the school opened in the 1920s. When you come in here, you're going to be really amazed at the pictures that we've been able to archive and bring to you, and then also the memorabilia and the hardware that the racers have won over the years. So let's take a look at the Hall of Champions here at Murray State University. The first thing you're going to see here at the Hall of Champions is our Murray State Hall of Fame, and I really think this area really pops when you come in. We've even got the 2016 class that'll be honored in February, and you can see Ron Green, Terry Love, Kim Kaler, Ashley Nicole Hayes, and Wes Cunningham. And then in the middle there you see the Hall of Distinction. And this is an area where we can honor those people who have helped athletics over the years that did not fall into the coach or student athlete or athletic director category. One of the areas that I think really pops in the Hall of Champions is our traditions wall. And I want to draw your attention particularly to Racer 1. I just think that's the neatest thing. When I came to school here in the mid-'80s, I just thought, wow, they're actually running a thoroughbred around the track after a touchdown. So that's one of our traditions that we highlighted. We also took a look back at our past logos and fight song, and then we also paid homage to the Racer Nation, what we call the best fans in the country, and we've even got a picture here of when Dick Vitale made a visit to campus in 2012. Now the main room at the Hall of Champions is a series of what we call display panels, and we've got each sport divided up into sections here. When you come around the corner, you're going to see men's basketball prominently displayed, as it should be. And we did this corner for men's basketball in honor of the great Benny Purcell, and we've got a nice little recognition for him. We've also got one of his All-America warm-up jackets from 1952, which I think that might be my favorite item that's in here. But when you get to the display panels, what we tried to do here was identify those great moments and great championships and great players. And we really felt like in men's basketball, we really had to highlight the last 2 years of the Steve Prohm era, because even though they didn't make it to the NCAA tournament, you know, we had Cameron Payne drafted by the Oklahoma City Thunder. They won a CIT championship. And then last season, you know, came within an eyelash, just a crazy last-second shot that beat them at Old Dominion for a trip to the Final Four of the NIT. So when you get in here, you're going to be amazed at how many pictures there are to look at and stories that go with pictures. I really like this experience because when you come in, the room kind of flows left to right. And you know, once you get into soccer and volleyball, of course volleyball just won a championship last year, and then you get into women's basketball and women's track and field and cross country, and then you roll right into the football area. It's just amazing when you think back to the many great coaches and players that we've had at Murray State. These display panels, I'll tell you a little story. We agonized over what pictures we could put up because we had to be very selective because obviously I had more material than we had room for. But I just tried to bring out the best of the best. It didn't matter if we were talking tennis or golf or baseball. We just tried to give the fan an experience when they come in. And the neatest thing about it is when you get to a display panel, there's a little story that goes with each picture. There's lots to look at on the walls when you come through, and then you'll also notice that every so often in between the display panels there's lots of memorabilia that's on the walls. And one thing I wanted to do was to use pictures to tell the story because we had so many pictures that didn't make it on the display panels that we felt like could help us tell a story. So as you walk around, you'll see these smaller trophy cases that are on the wall in between the display panels. And those are meant to show a trophy basketball or a helmet or some kind of a memorabilia that you could look at. It's a smaller space, so you'll see a lot of championship rings. I think that's really neat. I think we've got over 50 championship rings here in the Hall of Champions. So there's a lot to look at. There's a lot of little descriptor cards. So, you know, for example, if you see a team picture, you'll probably see a listing of who's in the picture. So we're really happy about this. As you go around the room, you're going to have a great experience here at the Hall of Champions. So now I'm standing in the middle of the main room here in the Hall of Champions at Murray State. As you can see, we've got an enormous amount of display area. Trophies, football helmets, letter jackets, particular items that are unique to a championship. And we've also got room to grow in here too. It's a place it's not cluttered at all. So we really felt like, you know, to get the Hall of Champions off and started, we do have room to expand, and we will be doing that because I really think as we go along, like I said, this is not the end, this is the beginning, and this place is going to be changing as we keep doing great things. But I want to draw your attention in particular to this trophy case because I'm really proud to say that we've got every football helmet that Murray State has worn since they left Cutchin Field in 1972 and then opened Stewart Stadium 42 years ago in 1973, especially the white helmet here from the one that they were wearing when they left Cutchin Stadium and moved into Stewart Stadium in 1973. Former Murray State football player Cecil Wolburton loaned that to us, and I found he had posted that picture on Facebook one day. So I hit him on Facebook and I said, Cecil, we got to have that helmet, and he came through for us. You know, everything is here, and it's just amazing some of the kind of stuff we've got. On the bottom down here is the last football championship that the Racers won, 2002. And I saw Shane Andrus out one day. He was giving a kicking lesson at Stewart Stadium, and I said, hey, you wouldn't happen to have that 52-yard field goal ball? And he stopped me in mid-sentence. He goes, I still got it. So this ball here is the one that Shane kicked from 52 yards. And if you were there that day, it would have been good from 62. And that was the day that the Racers beat Eastern Illinois and Tony Romo to win their last football championship. The one thing that we really set out to do was those one-of-a-kind items. And as you go around, you'll see one of the sneakers of a pair that Benny Purcell used to wear when he was men's tennis coach at Murray State. And oh, by the way, won 10 straight OVC titles in the 1980s. I still think that's amazing. And then we get into golf, and we've got Nick Newcomb, Patrick Newcomb displayed here, including Nick Newcomb's hole-in-one ball that he hit to win the OVC championship in 2008. And then, of course, Velvet Miltman and the women's golf program. They've won 9 OVC championships, so there's a great area for them. Softball is in its infancy, really, when you think about it, for Murray State. It wasn't that long ago that we started the program. We came up with the idea and announced it in 2008. So we got a few, first hit, first bat, first this, first that for softball. And then we get over into the baseball area, and that's where you run into the fellas who have competed at the big leagues, including Kirk Reeder, who is the winningest left-hander in San Francisco Giants history. And then, of course, we're highlighting one of our greatest all-time coaches, Johnny Reagan. So as you go around the room, you're just going to be amazed at the amount of history that's included here at the Hall of Champions. And then finally, I think it's the best part about the Hall of Champions. We have 3 large touch screens. Actually 4, but one of them in the corner is dedicated to men's basketball. But when people come in, the first thing you're going to see is just a really good menu here on the left side. Hall of Fame, Academic Achievement, All-Americans, Championships, video, and then photo galleries. Now, when you walked in, you saw the physical plaques of all the Hall of Fame and Hall of Distinction, but when you get to the touch screens, if you go to Hall of Fame here, you're going to be able to see the plaques, those bronze plaques that we give to the inductees. And then you're going to be able to, just like on GoRacers.com, you're going to be able to sort according to name, what sport they played, and then their induction year. So, whereas over on the wall you've got, just the plaques. Now here, when you get here, you're going to have a profile of each Hall of Fame person, and then we'll have, just whatever photos that we've got of each one. So I'm really happy with that as well. And then we've got, lists as well. We get to academic achievement. You're going to be able to see, just all those great student athletes who did a great job in the classroom, what sport they played, what year they played, and we just got a headshot of each one. And then the Racers have a great championship tradition, and when you get to championships, you're going to be able to sort by sport. And let's just go to baseball real quick. When you get to a championship, you're going to see a photo gallery that you can kind of flip through. We've also got lots of video in here too. This is the last Murray State baseball championship in 2003. So you'll be able to look at some of the highlights of what they did winning that last baseball championship. And then when we get down to photo galleries, you're going to see just a lot of pictures of each sport, and you'll be able to look at pictures too. So again, I kind of get back to this is just the start. When we open up, it's just the start, because we feel like this whole place is going to evolve and just get better and better as we go along. And the final area that you'll really enjoy visiting here at the Hall of Champions, it's basically a list of great moments in Murray State history. And these are specific dates that we're talking about that you'll be able to go down through here. And some of these dates date back to the founding of the university, and some of them are very recent. For example, years ago, Larry Mullen named Murray State's first golf All-America in 1964, all the way up to something very recent, October 9th, 2010. The Racers scored that amazing 72-59 homecoming win over Missouri State, and you see a picture of Casey Brockman. So we anticipate, you see this long row here of great moments. We anticipate as the years go by, these moments stay here, and then we start building either a second row behind it or above it or something, and it just all goes to speak of the growth potential that we have for the place. It's really going to be neat. We're really looking forward to the time you can come and visit the Burton Family Hall of Champions here at Murray State. Now, it's located adjacent to the CFSB Center from the front of the building. It's actually a part of the Ray Center, which is where Murray State basketball practice gym and offices are located. And so the Burton Family Hall of Champions, it's right next to Highway 121 here in Murray. So come and see us when you can and enjoy the Hall of Champions at Murray State University.